I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
All right, welcome everybody. Let's get started. I was trying to prepare some of the photos to share with you. We got a couple of kind of house, a couple of deals we got under contract. So I'm kind of preparing some of these photos now to show you. There are a couple of properties. So we got something new to share, some stories to share as well. So let me just kind of do that. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna be moving between slides and different items for all these updates. Cool, let's get started. A couple of things that are new that I want to show you is coming up. If you haven't done so already, you can visit our website here at realesateiq.co. There are new news that we update on a weekly basis. It's a kind of like a new market update just to help everybody kind of stay on top of your game, right? Knowing what the ongoing interest rate is, what are some of the new legislations or news that's going to affect how we play this real estate investment game. And there's something new. That's what I wanted to kind of share is that we have started a news aggregator. It's a pilot. So what it does is it's pulling all the real estate investment related news kind of based on the filters that we use and the authoritative sources that we curated. And this is like really new. So it's a new QR code that we just put together. You may want to if you're on your phone, you can take a screenshot. If you're on your computer, you can kind of scan this QR code and save that. It's going to have daily news that gets aggregated and it gets refreshed. I'm looking at it. We've been kind of staring at kind of the relevancy of these news, and I find it very helpful. And we welcome your feedback also to just kind of get your thoughts on what's the updated news and everything. So that's kind of exciting. If you kind of scroll on the bottom of this website, we just have a temporary hosted site right now as a tested pilot. There are also opinion pieces that we have on these news too. So very, very interesting stuff. So we love your feedback. Okay, so that's what's new. And then another news is that we just added Illinois. Thanks to Jellica, our researcher, we now added Illinois to our kind of a repertoire of foreclosure data that we're offering. So you can see the green states are the states that we are currently in and aggregating data and mining the data. And so we have found a lot of success in the pre-foreclosure data. So we're going to really focus on that. I know there are other motivated seller lead types too that we're going to expand to next. But just kind of given the amount of traction and success, we find that if you're already in the game, you're not doing real estate foreclosures yet, that's certainly something you want to add to your leads list or your kind of marketing list. And obviously, if you are more experienced and you're kind of working on other data types, we already have a lot of additional data that are in these states. And so we can actually find some unique leads that are exclusive for you. Okay, a lot of success stories. You have already saw that on the trailer before the actual meeting, so I'm not gonna repeat that. Quick disclaimer, we don't offer investment, financial, legal advice. This is for educational purposes and kind of just showcasing some of the real cases that we are dealing with and we're working with just for experience sake. And obviously the best experience is to get in the game yourself and accumulate that. And we can do it with you. Speaking of working together, if you have a lead or a deal, you can submit it to us and we can help you close the deal. So a couple of market updates, right? We have 3 pieces as we always have on a weekly basis. So single family permits are falling again. It's tightening the future housing supply. So this housing crisis continues to kind of put a squeeze in both the volume of sales that's happening. We're seeing a uncommon spring market where not a lot of properties were sold. And when they were sold for lower than asking price. And in addition to that, the single family permits is falling. So, that's a predictor for future housing supply. Now, the one thing that we see in the legislation that's going to balance that is the manufactured homes and the Road to Housing Act, which has become law now. And so we were going over the key points of how it may affect us as real estate investors in our previous 2 weeks. And you can watch some of the recordings if you're interested. And as time goes on, we'll also kind of add some refreshment pieces as the law actually becomes implemented in the local communities. Okay, so Uplist, it's a listing connecting tool that lets home buyers see mortgage lenders and understanding the affordability and payment estimate. So that's a very interesting thing that you can kind of look into, and we're studying that also. You can view the property in person or online on affordability, something to kind of stay on top of. And then manufacturing jobs are still shifting, and we see the employment declining overall. It's a trend that also I guess based on different states that you're in, it's going to vary. For investors, you want to know where the regional differences. You want to know where the jobs are being created. In fact, some of the properties that we are rehabbing into rentals, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, there's some pretty good news of a lot of jobs being created in that area. And so, real estate is so local, you want to really stay on top of your local market. And, just stay aware of what the national market is doing and what your state or your city is doing. But, your kind of local community and market is going to matter a lot more than on your personal investment than what's happening kind of in a macro level. Okay, so a couple of kind of deals progress. These are the deals and the properties that we're actively working on now. This is a multi-family. We're rezoning that to multifamily in growth spec. This property we have held for a while now. Got some stoppage in our progress due to the draws that we had some issues with getting draws from our money lender for a while. We were able to resolve that and kind of continue with the work. And this property has a 4x2, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom in the main house. It's a pretty big house, and then also an apartment building. So the 2-story apartment, 2 units, 2 small units are already been done, and we have tenants and they have already moved in. So that's producing, and now we're kind of focusing on the main house and kind of getting it ready. So what you're seeing here is the is basically here's the kind of the front of the house. So you can see everything's already cleaned up. We purchased this from a house that is inherited, so a probate situation. The new owner that inherited the house is from out of state, and they just don't really want to deal with it, right? They want to kind of cash out and exit, and not dealing with a property that had a bad roof that's leaking, and kind of deteriorating as time goes on. So we were able to kind of acquire at a good discount, and also have a lot of land and income potential that we can build more properties on the land itself, and also the existing structure we see that can be multiple doors that's producing income. You can see that the roof we have replaced already, and the landscaping, the yard, and everything. You already kind of cleaned a lot of things up. It was pretty overcrowded by vegetation before. And then for the main house, what you're seeing here is demolition, ripping everything off, ripping everything out before we kind of put it back together again. So what you're seeing is the kind of aftermath of the demolition. A couple of other ones. This is the kitchen. We already ripped the carpet out. A lot of things in work. We're expecting this to be done in about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, this is the other property. If you've been following us, you probably saw that we closed on the property, right? The numbers make sense, and now we already kind of did the demolition, and we're starting to kind of finish up. We're doing paint on the property, etc., etc. There's not that much work that needed to be done now. I think the biggest piece was also the roof that needed to be basically replaced. And you see the new appliance being put in the kitchen. You see interior paint. And when we pull out the flooring, what we see is that the hardwood floor is of very high quality, and we're looking at maybe refinishing it and basically keeping the original floor. You can see, still work that needs to be done, needs to be cleaned up and everything. And the bathroom here, we have vinyl that we're putting in here, and we're gonna have a freshen look on the bathroom. Okay, so some other kind of photos. These are photos that we're submitting for the draws. Okay, you also see like new paint. Right, so still a work in progress, but more cleanup to be done. More work that goes in, and we got to clean up. Okay, and then I want to share with y'all some photos of the deals we've been working on and looking at. So let me see if we can do a preview. So this is a house in Denton, and it's a sub 2. Okay, there we go. So if you're in full screen, this one, full screen. Okay, so this is a property. We are kind of working on structuring the deal and getting it ready. It is still occupied, and it is in Denton, so it's in a good location. Good schools. It's actually right across the street from a highly rated elementary school, so good location. I think it's got good interest rate. There's not a lot of equity in the house. Maybe that's the one thing that could be a potential drawback. But if you're looking for rental properties, you want to hold in Denton, this would be a very interesting property to kind of look at. We're also looking at possibility of keeping this house too. So you can see the house is in very good condition. These are the photos. Let's see. Let me have bits. So bathroom, very well maintained. Looks like just some cleaning that's needed to kind of get the house ready. We don't see, big repairs. So the the seller has been maintaining the house very well. And, it's just unfortunate that they got to a point where they have to sell. So, still very new, well maintained. Garage, upstairs. A pretty good floor plan also. So that's it. Okay, if you have comments, on the house, what you're seeing, questions, you can let us know. But it's a house that looks to be in really good shape. All right, so that's one. Here's another one. Okay, this one is in Wasahachi. Okay, got it. Back. Okay, as you can see, there's so the house is in good shape, but you see the fence needs a little bit of repair here, and in general, just need to get cleaned up. This house has very good interest rate and pretty good amount of equity as well. So this is the interior. There's not that much work, maybe just a little dent here, a little bit of kind of handyman work, a fresh coat of paint, clean the flooring, be ready for rent. So this was used as a rental before, and it's been held for a while with a really good interest rate if you're gonna pay the reinstatement, or it could be a refinanced and through a loan modification. The interest rate is going to be much higher now through the loan modification, but that would reduce the reinstatement. Okay, good shape. Kind of, move-in ready. I would probably, if we want to exit, or if we want to kind of get it rented out, a quick paint job, quick cleaning job. It's not going to take that long, but it can start producing income pretty quickly within a week, 2 weeks. That's my assessment, at least. Okay, lots of room. And from a rental income standpoint, the preliminary numbers we saw was really good. And you obviously, if you're interested, you need to do your due diligence. Make sure you agree with the assessment. And then this is the backyard, huge backyard. It's got I think a 1/3 of an acre as a lot. So lots of room here. I think the storage unit comes with it. I'm not sure. Okay, finally, this is a short sale. Next one. This is a video. Let's see. Just a photo. Okay, so this is a good shape. This is going to be a short sale now. It's very well maintained. So a couple of nice looking houses that we have very well maintained by the sellers. So this one is not going to be ready. It's going to be a short sale, a long process. And then they have a pool that needs a little bit of work. Okay, cool. So those are the 3 properties that are new, and we have not had the opportunity to add to our slide deck. I wanted to share with you some of these photos. Lost my slide deck. Let's see. Okay, so we'll go back to our slide deck. Okay, so in the DFW area, we have a short sale here. Excuse me, not a short sale, but a sub 2 here in Little Elm, which is in Denton County. We got a short sale in Lancaster. This one's already sold. Freeport is a short sale. This one is pending. It's a sub 2, really good deal. This one's a short sale. This one's pending. And then this one's a sub 2. So, if you're actively acquiring, we have inventory. Oh, we have one in Tampa as well that we're actively working on. Okay, also a sub 2. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. We're trying to schedule a speaker to come in and talk about sub 2, why it's a good alternative for a distressed owner, kind of facing foreclosure situation, as a sub 2, it can add, there's advantage for them. And then as a buyer, an investor, why are some of the reasons I want to consider sub 2? And that's actually a lot of advantage as an investor to acquire property sub 2. And so we're gonna invite a expert speaker that have already acquired, over 30 properties in their portfolio, and they're gonna join us and kind of share with us, their journey, and also, why they're acquiring in such a manner, and how they're able to kind of build up 30 units, 30 doors very quickly through using sub 2 as an acquisition strategy. Okay, so that's what we have. Let me kind of end this with some of our upcoming events. And tomorrow, I think we'll be canceling our office hours. And so we'll see you next week, or you can join us on a lot of these classes that focuses on finding deals and how you can be successful using real estate. All right, so that's all we have with you today, and thanks for joining us. If you have content or questions, questions you may have, or educational content that you want to see, feel free to send me a message, send me an email, or a fill out a form. Just to kind of let us know, and we can prepare those content for you. Okay, that's all we have for you. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next week.